This is your host, 5 minutes or less media review. And the reason why I'm coming to you guys today is because of this little show right here. It's called The Equalizer. I know there was a series that was done back in the 80s, then there was a movie with Denzel Washington, and now they've managed to turn it into a woman. What they do? Uh, they've been doing it with a lot of shows lately, including the Batman, Batgirl, whatever it is. Um, I don't know what it is with Hollywood, but they've been trying to convert a lot of characters that were initially men into women nowadays. I'm guessing that maybe they're trying to accommodate their recent audiences or whatever it is for some reason, and that's why they're doing it. I hate to believe it's from some kind of political agenda, but hey, to each his own. So, without much ado, when I first saw this show come up on the scene, I decided to watch it like every other show. Normally, I give every show 3 episodes in, and that's what I always do for every show. So that's who I am. So by the third episode, if the show hasn't caught my eyes, or if the pain of watching the show is too much, I'm just gonna drop it right there. So I have a 3 episode rule, just so that you guys understand that. So this time around, we have a woman sitting in the seat of the Equalizer, and it's none other than a lady, Queen Latifah. She has appeared in some scenes in the Hollywood industry for some time now, but I'm glad that she's back on the scene. So, what do I think about this show? When I first watched episode 1, I can tell you this. There was a lot of feminism crap that I saw here. I can tell you that. And perhaps it's a way for them to put their foot in the door and simply say, listen, we're here, we're proud, and we're here to stay. Recognize me. That's what I felt from it. But I have to give props to Queen Latifah here, man. I would say if it was any other person that was in this role, they may have gone for that hard woman, independent nonsense that's trying to be a man. But the Queen Latifah's take, the way she strides in this role is, I would say, it's gracious, man. She gives you that feminine appeal, that female, how a woman is to behave. She's not loud, she's not aggressive, all that kind of nonsense that you have with the modern day woman. She has that feminine appeal, and she also gives you that motherly vibe too. And that's one thing I really like about her. She doesn't follow the narrative that may have been created for this story. I think that she is, spinning things according to how she sees fit. Growing up watching Queen Latifah, she has been one of those kind of people that doesn't allow other people to really influence her like that. She goes with her own flow and says, hey, listen, that's not me, this is me, and this is the way I'm going to carry the character. And I really like that about her. She still maintains that vibe. You can still get that Queen Latifah kind of vibe. The grace of a lady and that of a mother, man. Personally, I think she's the person that really made me to stay with this show. I can tell you that my ordeal from the first episode to the third episode was made a little bit more easier because it was Queen Latifah. Any other person, and I would have just shut this stuff down. But Queen Latifah has really held it down there. I can tell you that the stories that have been created so far are kind of okay. I would say they are diamonds in the rough. They could have used a little bit more polishing here and there, but overall, I think the story so far is okay. Some of my pet peeves with the show, and I can understand, especially when you have someone as a Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying, doing some of these scenes, she's not able to carry the weight of some of these scenes, but I can understand why they had to go about it the way they did. And what they did was basically they chopped up the scene a lot. There's a lot of cut in the fight scene, It's not believable. That's the one thing. But at least they gave us something that we could at least enjoy and say, you know what, we're gonna suspend belief and enjoy, Queen Latifah on the screen. There was even one white scene where she throws a writing board on the guy's face, and the guy collapses based on the writing board falling on his face. I mean, it's ridiculous, but you know what? Just roll with it. The story is kind of okay, So for me, I'm just okay. You know what? I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. But sometimes you just gotta take your brain, put it to the side, put it on lockdown, and just watch the show. The person who keeps spoiling the show for me personally is the Chinese, or is it the Asian sniper lady? Her role is just, it's not believable. It takes a lot of muscle to carry those sniper guns. And it's a hard sell for me personally. For her to be able to cover her. It's a really hard sell. But anyway, it doesn't bother me that much. But like I said, it's a hard sell. The tech guy, I personally think that the Asian lady should have been the tech person, and then the guy should have been the sniper guy. That would have been a much more believable scene. But they didn't do that. It almost feels like as if they're trying to make all the guys stay indoors and the women are out there on the field. I mean, it's somehow. But I try my best not to try grasping at straws just to create my own narrative about it. But anyway, overall, I would say the show is beyond average. It's something that you can watch when you don't have any other thing doing. If you don't have any other thing to watch, you can watch it. It's okay. Story wise, I'll give it a 7.5. Scenes wise, it's kind of lower than that. I'm not gonna put a number on it, but I can say that I hope that as the series continues into the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, that the writing gets better. Shout out to my man Deval Ellis. We saw him in episode 3. Well, the guy is doing a lot of things, man. I'm glad that everything is working out for him. But it was kind of crazy to see Deval Ellis on the scene on this one. So yeah, actually, YouTubers making a way for themselves even on the big screen. Alright guys, it's been a wrap for me. Equalizer, I would say it's an entertainment without drinks. You don't need to be drinking to really how would I say, to really enjoy the show. You don't need to be drunk. This is something you can sit down, watch, try to get an understanding and follow through, and hopefully it's just light entertainment that you can have on the side. So overall, I give it a 6.57. Let's just go with the 7 here. Overall, average at best. And yeah, I hope it gets better, because they have a good a front lead here. The chemistry is great. I think something can happen, so I hope she keeps keeping her feminine charm throughout this whole series, and hopefully it will be enjoyable, guys. Alright, it's been your guy signing out. Cheers.